Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dana from Eternal Goddess Tarot, and today I am here with your February 2021 reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so please just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I will be pulling a few oracle cards to get the overall energy of the reading, and then we will be using tarot to dive deeper into the message. Oh geez. Alright, okay. Cards just going to go all over the place. So what do we have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February 2021? Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February 2021. Okay. So we have Earth, learning how to be human in the world but not on it. Ooh. That's interesting. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February 2021. And then we have Malachite. It's time to transform. Pretty. I love that crystal. Okay, so now I'm going to be pulling 4 tarot cards. The first one is going to be you / your situation. The second one is going to be your challenge of the month. The third card will be your advice from spirit, and the fourth card will be your outcome, so you should take that advice. And I will be clarifying the cards as well. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February 2021. What is the message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Okay, so in your situation position, we have the Ace of Swords. In your challenge position, we have the Four of Swords. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. This is the advice from spirit. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February 2021. In your advice position, we have the Sun or the Knight of Swords. And then in your outcome position, we have Judgment. Lots of air energy here. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Or it could just be a lot of mental energy. We will find out once we get these cards clarified. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Cups. Not too many. Just one card, please. Okay. Oh, the Four of Swords is clarified by the Four of Swords. Wow, love that. That's Spirit saying, basically, I said what I said. No clarification needed. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The Knight of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Cups. And Judgment, clarify Judgment, please. Oh my goodness. Not too many cards. Just one card, please, for Judgment, clarify. Okay. And then Judgment is clarified by the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, so let's start with your oracle cards. We have It's Time to Transform and Learning How to Be Human in the World but Not of It. Okay, so I feel like for you guys, it seems like you're maybe in 2020 or just like in the recent past, you have been working on your spiritual connection. You've been working on maybe working on like a daily spiritual ritual, or trying to meditate more, or trying to connect with spirit, source, God, whatever you resonate with. And I feel like in February 2021, you're really going to start to see some shifts in that energy. You're really going to start to see some things happening that really make you feel like, okay, all the work that I'm putting in is working, it's really making a difference in my life. I keep hearing like frequencies. I don't know if maybe some of you listen to like healing frequencies or sound frequencies or things like that, but I think that would be really beneficial for you if you don't listen to them already. It may just help like kick that spirituality up a notch. It's time to transform. Yeah, you guys have been working on something. You guys have really been making big changes in your life. It could be on the spiritual front. It could also be maybe you've been either working on, or you want to start like eating better or exercising or something of that nature. You're really just working on trying to better yourself and do things that make you feel better about yourself, whether it be any of those things that I just said, or maybe you're just like trying to dress up more, or just doing things that make you feel good. And if you haven't been working on those things as of now, I think that February 2021 would be a good time to start. It's a good time to really start feeling good in your own skin, so to speak. Start feeling good with who you are and your happiness, and just making sure that you are okay. Cancers you guys are a nurturing sign, and I think it's probably pretty common for you guys to nurture everybody around you, but kind of forget about yourself sometimes. And now is the time for you guys to be a little bit selfish. It's time for you to really get clear on what you need, on your needs and your wants, and really start to make those things happen for yourself. So in your situation position, we have the Ace of Swords clarified by the Queen of Cups. Well, the Queen of Cups is your energy, Cancer. The Queen of Cups is you. This is my card for Cancer as a reader. And I really feel like you are stepping into this new power. You are getting a little bit clear on what you need out of life, or what you want to do with yourself in life, or stepping into your purpose. The Ace of Swords is about mental clarity. It's about breakthroughs. It's about new beginnings. And clarified by the Queen of Cups, I really feel like you're getting your mental and emotional sides in balance with each other. You're getting to this point where you're like, I know what I need. I know what makes me feel good. I know what doesn't make me feel good. And I want more of the good, right? I want more of the happiness. I want more of the high energy, the mind, body, spirit connection. And I really feel like this is a good time for you to, if you haven't started already, to start now, or to take your practices to the next level. Maybe there's a business or something that you've been wanting to start, but you felt like you haven't had enough time because you've been helping other people do things for themselves. But now it's time for you to really get selfish. And when I say getting selfish, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. I think that people have this negative connotation about being selfish, and that people who are selfish only care about themselves and think this and that. But the thing about being selfish is, if you are doing it with the right mindset, you will be able to fill others' cups because your cup is full. You know what I mean? You can't give what you don't have. And when you start giving more to yourself, when you start really taking time for yourself to do the things that really matter to you, to do the things that you really care about, you're going to be able to give so much more than you've ever thought possible. And that may seem a little like an oxymoron, like doing more for yourself is going to help you do more for others, but it really is the truth, because you're going to be in a place where you're emotionally fulfilled, you're mentally fulfilled, you're happy, and you're going to be willing to give with more grace and more understanding and more happiness and more guidance, because you have taken the time to do that for yourself. So in your challenge position, we have the Four of Swords clarified by the Four of Swords, which is amazing. And I think this is saying, we talked about how Cancers are nurturers, and they do like to do for others. And I think that is your biggest challenge, is not being able to take that time for yourself, not being able to rest and relax when you feel like you need to. If you're being called to rest, if you're being called to sit back and just meditate or just chill or whatever, do it. Spirit is saying that if you want to say no and mean it. You cannot do everything for everyone, and that's just the honest truth. You have to be able to rest and relax, and you have to be able to take the time out for yourself when you need it. And I know that can be hard for some people. Some people are just on that like go mode all the time, always high energy, always feel like they have to be doing something. But it's time for you to really just sit back. You know, if you have like a couple of loads of laundry to do and you feel like you just have to get it done or something like that, it's okay for it to sit in the dryer for just a little bit. You know, it's okay if you don't get to it right when the dryer goes off. It doesn't have to be folded or hung up or whatever right at that very moment. Like you can sit, if that's your only time, if you have 5 minutes to sit and just hang out or do laundry, and you're being called to sit and hang out, just do it, you know, because everybody needs that rest and relaxation. Everybody needs that downtime to just be able to do nothing, anything or nothing. You know, you don't have to do anything at all. And I think that you need to practice, Spirit is saying you need to practice getting better at just being able to be and just being able to relax. So your advice from Spirit is the Knight of Swords clarified by the Ace of Cups. And I think this is saying if you are willing to sit back, if you are willing to relax and just let things be, I think you're going to find yourself in a place where you're more creative, where you have more energy to get things done, where you have more emotional happiness. I love that we have, well, with the exception of your outcome energy, I love that we have all the swords energy, but it's clarified by cup energy, because it's really bringing into balance that mental and emotional side of you. I feel like you've been working on the spirituality, and that's great, but it's also important to make sure that your spiritual side, your mental side, and your emotional side are all in balance, because if one is out of balance, it kind of throws everything else off, right? So Spirit is saying once you are able to just like take that time for yourself and do the things that make you feel good, do the things that make you happy, your energy levels are not only going to increase, but you're going to feel like you have more space to get things done. And once again, I know that sounds counterintuitive, like resting helps you do more, but that's what Spirit is saying. That's what you need to do, because when your mind is racing all the time, when you're in go mode all the time, you never have time to like accept the downloads that the universe is giving you, right? Or maybe you might be getting intuitive nudges or some spiritual guidance, but you miss it because you're busy doing everything else. And when you really take that time to just sit and relax, you're able to feel those things more clearly. You're able to feel the energy in a way that you haven't been able to before, because you're allowing yourself to accept what is being given to you. And then in your outcome energy, we have the Judgment card clarified by the Five of Swords in reverse. And I think this is saying here, you're really going to be able to see yourself for who you really are. Right, you're really going to be able to take a good look at yourself and say, okay, this is where I'm at, this is what I need. And all that's going to do is push you forward. It's going to project you into this space where you're like, I know exactly what I need to do. Or maybe not exactly, but you have a more clear understanding of your path. You have a more clear outlook of your future. You have just an overall better understanding of who you are and what you desire. Because I don't think it's uncommon for people to not truly know what they want, right? Because like I said before, because you are doing all of the things, because you aren't taking that time to rest, it's hard for you to pinpoint what you really want when you're doing so many other things, either for other people or you're just kind of like going through the motions. your day-to-days get pretty redundant and ritualistic, but it's not benefiting you in any way. It's very easy to kind of just forget about yourself and forget about the things that you need, the things that are fulfilling to you. And I feel like if you were able to get past that, if you were able to allow yourself that time to rest and relax and take on that transformation, or start the new hobby that you've been wanting to do but you felt like you didn't have time, or start the business, or make more time for friends, or whatever it is, you're really going to be like, oh, this is what I really need. And it's going to bring you a lot more mental clarity. We have the Five of Swords in reverse here, and usually the Five of Swords is about competition, or battling other people. But I feel like this is, in its reverse position in this case, this is really you ending that cycle of, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. If I don't get this done, I'm going to be off track here and this and that. And you're really just it's going to bring you a sense of inner peace and understanding and clarity. And that is a really beautiful energy to end this reading on. So that is all I have for you today, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.